Have you ever walked into a room and felt every pair of eyes turn toward you? Strangers looking, people staring. Sometimes they admire you, sometimes they judge you, but either way, they can't seem to look away. If this keeps happening to you, it's not an accident. It's a sign. You carry something rare, an energy most people don't understand, but they feel it. And in this video, I'm going to reveal the 7 powerful reasons why people can't stop staring at you, and why it proves you are one of the chosen ones. 1. Your energy speaks before you do. One of the biggest reasons people stare at you is simple. Your energy enters the room before you do. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how some people don't even have to say a word, yet everyone knows they're there? That's you. Your presence carries a vibration that people can feel without explanation. It's like when you walk into a space, heads start to turn almost naturally. You don't have to dress flashy, you don't have to announce yourself, your aura announces you. People sense confidence, strength and authenticity radiating off of you, and it pulls their attention whether they wanted to or not. This is because energy is real. Humans pick up on body language, subtle vibes, and even unspoken emotions more than they realize. And when you're a chosen one, your energy is different. It's stronger, more magnetic, and more alive. Others may not even understand why they're looking at you. Some will be curious, some may feel inspired, and others might even feel a little uncomfortable. But all of them feel something. That's why their eyes follow you. Your energy speaks louder than words ever could, and that's what makes you unforgettable the moment you walk in. 2. You carry unshakable confidence. Another powerful reason people can't stop staring at you is your confidence, and not the loud, arrogant kind. I'm talking about the quiet, unshakable confidence that you carry without even trying. When you walk into a room, people can sense that you're comfortable in your own skin. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone, and that in itself is magnetic. Most people walk around doubting themselves, second-guessing every move, worried about what others think. But when you're a chosen one, you carry yourself differently. Your posture is straighter, your steps are intentional, and the way you look at people shows that you're not easily shaken. Even in silence, your body language screams strength. This kind of confidence is rare, and that's why people notice it immediately. It makes others stop and think, who is that? Why do they look so calm, so collected? Sometimes it even intimidates people because they're not used to seeing someone so sure of themselves. But deep down, that's what draws their eyes to you. They're fascinated by the way you move through the world, like you already know who you are. Confidence, real confidence, doesn't need words. It shows in how you stand, how you breathe, and how you exist. And when people see it, they can't help but look, because it's the kind of strength they secretly wish they had. 3. You look different without trying. Another reason people stare at you is because, simply put, you look different, and the best part is, you don't even have to try. When you're a chosen one, there's something unique about your appearance that makes you stand out in any crowd. It might be your eyes, the way they seem to hold a certain depth. It might be your smile, your style, or even just the glow of health and confidence you carry. Whatever it is, it sets you apart from the ordinary. You're not blending in even when you think you are. Most people follow trends, copy what everyone else is wearing, and do whatever it takes to look like the crowd. But you shine with individuality. Even in the simplest clothes, people notice you because it's not just about fashion, it's about presence. Sometimes people will look at you and think, there's something different about them, but I can't quite put my finger on it. That mystery is what makes you unforgettable. It's not about being the most beautiful person in the room. It's about having a unique aura that makes you memorable. And here's the truth. When you carry yourself as a chosen one, your light shows through your appearance. People pick up on it. They see the difference in your eyes, your energy, and your vibe. And that's why their attention always seems to land on you. even when you're not trying to get noticed. 4. You break the mold. One of the biggest reasons people can't stop staring at you is because you don't fit the mold. You're not like everyone else, and deep down, people can feel it. Most of society is trained to act, think, and even dress in the same predictable ways. People follow the crowd because it feels safe, because blending in means avoiding judgment. But when you're a chosen one, blending in has never been an option. You stand out naturally, simply because you refuse to conform. Think about it. Most people live on autopilot. They go to school or work, complain about the same things, follow the same routines, and chase after the same shallow goals. But you see through all of that. Your perspective is different. You ask deeper questions. You think about life on another level, and you carry yourself in a way that shows you're not trapped in the system like everyone else. And when people see that, even if they don't understand it, they stare. Breaking the mold means you disrupt the normal flow of things. Imagine walking into a room where everyone is dressed the same, speaking the same way, acting the same way. Then you step in with your unique energy, your different way of carrying yourself, your unwillingness to shrink just to fit in. Of course, people are going to look. You're the spark in a room full of repetition. And here's what's important. People are both fascinated and uncomfortable with this. On one hand, they admire your courage. They wish they had the strength to live authentically without fear of judgment. On the other hand, your presence reminds them of everything they've given up just to fit in. That's why some stares will be curious and admiring, while others might carry judgment, jealousy, or even hostility. But either way, they can't look away. When you break the mold, you challenge the silent rules of society. You show people that it's possible to be different and still powerful, and that shakes them. It makes them question themselves. They wonder, why don't I feel that free? Why don't I walk with that same confidence? Why do they stand out while I blend in? These silent questions play in their minds as their eyes follow you. Here's the truth. Chosen ones are not meant to fit into the boxes that the world tries to place people in. You weren't made to follow, you were made to lead. And even when you don't say a word, your very existence challenges the norm. That's why people stare at you. They can sense that you're operating on a different frequency. So the next time you catch people staring, remember this. It's not because something is wrong with you. It's because you've broken the mold they've been stuck in their whole lives. You remind them of freedom, authenticity, and individuality, and whether they admire it or resent it, they can't ignore it. That's the power of standing out, and that's the reality of being one of the chosen ones. 5. You radiate mystery. Another powerful reason people stare at you is because you radiate mystery. There's something about you that people can't quite figure out, and that's exactly what keeps their eyes locked on you. Human beings are naturally curious. When they don't understand something, they want to watch, analyze, and try to make sense of it. And you, as a chosen one, embody that kind of puzzle. Think about it. Most people wear their lives on their sleeves. They overshare online. They tell anyone who will listen about their problems, and they project every insecurity onto the world. You, on the other hand, move differently. You keep certain things private. You don't reveal your every thought. You might share some parts of your life, but you always keep the deeper pieces of yourself hidden, and that's what makes you magnetic. People sense that you're holding back something powerful, knowledge, experience, wisdom, or even pain, and they want to know more. This mystery isn't about playing games, it's about authenticity. You don't need constant validation, and you don't need to explain yourself to anyone. That silence, that restraint, is what makes people stare. They're trying to read you, but they can't. They're used to people being predictable, but with you, they never know what's coming next. Imagine being in a group setting. Most people are loud, talking over each other, desperate for attention. You sit back, observing, speaking only when you feel like it. And when you do finally speak, The room goes quiet because your words carry weight. That's mystery in action. You don't compete for attention, and yet you command it. People are fascinated by what they can't fully access. It's the same reason why movies with suspense keep us hooked, or why a locked treasure chest feels more exciting than an open box. The unknown is powerful, and you, as a chosen one, carry that unknown within you. Your silence, your depth, and the way you move through life with layers that others can't immediately peel back. It all makes people watch you more closely. Of course, not everyone reacts positively to this. Some will find your mystery inspiring, even attractive, because it challenges them to look deeper. Others may find it intimidating or even frustrating because they can't control or define you. And in a world where people love to label and categorize everything, your refusal to be fully understood shakes them to their core. But here's the truth. Radiating mystery isn't something you force, it's simply who you are. Chosen ones have lived through experiences that most people can't even imagine. You've gone through struggles that taught you to value silence over noise, depth over surface, authenticity over performance. That's what sets you apart. That's what makes people's eyes follow you when you walk into a room. So if you've ever wondered why people seem to study you, why their gaze lingers a little longer than usual, this is why. They're trying to solve a puzzle they'll never fully understand. They're trying to read a book that wasn't written for them. And that's the beauty of being a chosen one. Your life is layered with meaning, and not everyone is meant to see the whole picture. Remember this: mystery is not weakness, it's power. In a world that's addicted to overexposure, your ability to remain private, composed and unreadable is exactly what makes you unforgettable. People stare because you radiate an energy that says, "I know something you don't," and whether they admire it, envy it, or fear it, one thing is certain: they can't look away. 6. You trigger hidden emotions in others. One of the deepest reasons people stare at you is because your presence triggers emotions in them they didn't even know they had. When you're a chosen one, you carry an energy that acts like a mirror. People see themselves reflected in you, and sometimes what they see makes them stare a little longer than usual. Here's the truth: most people go through life ignoring their deeper feelings. They bury their insecurities, their regrets, and their secret dreams. But when they come across someone like you, someone who radiates authenticity, strength, and uniqueness, those hidden emotions suddenly rise to the surface. And that's why their eyes lock onto you. For some, the emotions are positive. They might feel admiration, inspiration, even attraction. Your presence reminds them of who they could be if they lived more boldly. They think, "Wow, there's something different about this person. I want to have that same confidence, that same energy." That's why they stare, because you've awakened a desire inside of them to grow, to change, or to rise higher. But for others, the emotions are not so pleasant. Some people stare because they feel threatened. Your energy reminds them of everything they've suppressed. They see in you the courage they never had, the authenticity they gave up, the purpose they lost, and instead of being inspired, they feel exposed. That's when the stares can feel cold, judgmental, or even hostile. It's not about you, it's about what you trigger in them. Imagine walking into a workplace, a classroom, or even a casual gathering. You're not trying to show off. You're just being yourself. But suddenly, people can't take their eyes off you. Some smile, curious about your vibe. Others whisper or give you looks that feel a little off. What's happening? Simple. Your energy is stirring up their inner world. You've reminded them of something about themselves they can't ignore. This is why being a chosen one can feel both empowering and lonely at times. You attract attention everywhere you go, but the energy behind those stares isn't always the same. Some people are drawn to your light, while others are unsettled by it, and yet both groups will keep looking because your presence demands it. The reason is that you represent something rare: authenticity. Most people are trapped in masks, pretending to be what society wants them to be. You, however, walk in truth. And when truth shows up, it shakes lies to the core. That's why people react so strongly around you. But here's the beautiful part. Whether they admire you, envy you, or fear you, they can't ignore you. You leave an impression that lingers in their minds long after you're gone. And that's the mark of someone chosen, someone whose energy shifts the atmosphere and forces people to confront parts of themselves they usually hide. So the next time you catch someone staring, remember this: their gaze isn't random. They're staring because you woke something up inside them. It could be admiration, it could be jealousy, it could even be a deep curiosity. But either way, your presence had an effect. And that's exactly what happens when you carry the energy of a chosen one. You stir souls, you shift emotions, and you leave people wondering about you long after you've left the room. 7. You shine with purpose. The final reason people can't stop staring at you is because you shine with purpose. Purpose is something that can't be faked. It's not about having your entire life figured out or knowing every step of the journey. It's about moving with direction, with intention, with a sense that you are here for something greater than just existing. And when you walk in that kind of energy, people notice. Most of the world is lost in distraction. They wake up, scroll their phones, complain about work, gossip about others, and repeat the same cycle every single day. They survive, but they don't live. And when someone like you steps into their space, someone who carries themselves with vision and focus, it disrupts their routine. They sense that you're moving towards something bigger, and it makes them curious. They think, what's different about them? Why do they feel like they know where they're going when I feel so stuck? That's when the stares begin. Purpose changes the way you move. It shows in your body language, your choices, even the way you speak. You walk differently when you know your life has meaning. You carry yourself with confidence, because deep down, you understand that your steps are ordered, that you're not just drifting with the crowd. And people can feel that difference immediately. Sometimes they'll stare with admiration. Your purpose inspires them, even if they don't fully understand what you're about. Other times they'll stare with confusion or even envy, because your clarity reminds them of their own lack of direction. But no matter what, their eyes stay on you, because purpose is rare, and rare things always draw attention. Think about this. A person with no purpose is like a ship without a sail, drifting wherever the wind blows. But a person with purpose is like a ship with its sails raised high, cutting through the waves, moving steadily toward a destination. People can see the difference, even if they can't describe it. They know you're going somewhere, and that magnetic pull is what keeps them watching. And here's the secret. Your purpose isn't just about what you do, it's about who you are. Chosen ones were born with a mission. Even before you can fully name it, your spirit knows it. That's why you've always felt different, why you never fully fit in with the crowd, and why your presence stirs something in others. People sense that your life carries weight, that you're destined for something greater, and that's why they stare. But remember this: shining with purpose doesn't mean you need everyone to understand you. In fact, many people won't. Some will misjudge you, some will envy you, and some will even try to dim your light. But their stares, whether filled with admiration or doubt, are proof that they see something in you that they can't ignore. So when you notice people's eyes following you, don't shrink back, don't question yourself, recognize it for what it is, confirmation that your purpose is shining through. You are walking in a light that others can't help but notice. And whether they ever say it out loud or not, their stares are telling you you're different, you're chosen, you're destined for more. That is why people can't stop looking at you. Because when you shine with purpose, you light up the world around you, and light always draws eyes in the darkness. So now you know, the stares, the whispers, the way people react to you, it's not random, it's because you carry something rare, something powerful that sets you apart. You are not ordinary, you are one of the chosen ones. And remember, being chosen isn't always easy. People will envy, misunderstand, or even fear you, but don't shrink, don't dim your light. The world stares because deep down, they feel your energy and they know you are different. So keep walking with confidence, keep shining, and never forget, the eyes on you are proof that you were never meant to blend in, you were born to stand out.